There's a place that I know, it's where all the sunshine goes, the brightest spot along the Highway 1, a city where you always know someone. Hey, hey, where's it at? Hey, 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 Medicine Hat.
Hello and welcome to Helping Hatters. I'm here with John, and he's going to introduce himself. And can you also add into that introduction what your connections to Medicine Hat are?
Well, as she stated, my name is John, and owner-operator at Super Clean Auto Detailing and Car Wash. Born and raised Medicine Hat. Never ended up leaving. And what else did you ask?
Well, I guess so you went to high school here.
I did.
And what were you dreaming of for a life for adult John?
Honestly, didn't know what I was going to do. Just took what came to me, I guess.
And what were those?
Well, there was a chance at being a owner of a gym. So I had that go around for a little while. And then tons of things, from essential oils, sales to, sports.
Like you were going to buy a team?
No, no, just involved with sports continually the whole time that I've lived here. So
right.
Just playing them, watching them,
And your main sports that you're into, I know you like baseball, softball.
Yeah, baseball, but pretty much anything. I mean, played badminton, volleyball, hockey, used to downhill competitive ski race, lots of things.
Yeah.
So.
And did you used to work out at our ski hill?
I did.
And what did you do out there? I was just talking to somebody the other day, and they're like, "Oh, I know him. He used to work out at the ski hill."
Yeah, ski instructor. So teaching kids how to ski and getting them on the hill, and just giving back the passion of skiing, I guess.
So how many years did you do that for?
Probably about 3 years doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what made you transition away from doing that?
That's a good question. I think the oil field got me at that point. So a little bit more money.
Right.
Yeah. Hard to say no to the money.
That's fair. So that must have taken you away from Medicine Hat for a little bit.
Part-time.
Yeah.
I mean, still living in Medicine Hat, but shift work. So
right.
Out of town for a week or two, and then back for a week or two, and then just continually back and forth. So.
And how many years did you do that?
That was probably 5 years worth of doing that. And then on my off time, on my days off when I was in Medicine Hat, I was renovating houses on my downtime. So just keeping busy and always growing, whether or not it's me or financially or whatever. So
yeah. That's all right. So how did you get into doing home renovations even?
Well, bought a house. It was less than perfect.
Yeah.
And just needed work. So just lived there and slowly started fixing it up. And the internet's a wonderful thing to learn from. So between that and, using the connections you have and everybody you and having help here and there, you just learn and get it done. So.
And that's spilled into other people seeing that you were doing that and you wanting to also help them, but also financially on your time off, gain a little extra there too.
Well, yeah. I mean, my way to help out and have other people help me out all at the same time there would have been renting rooms and just having roommates.
Right.
Because I was out of town for half the time. I guess I was able to give cheap rent and a full house basically to friends of mine that were not able to afford full houses, right? So,
right. Well, that's all right. I like that too, because for one, owning a house is very expensive.
Oh yeah. Especially now.
Yeah, even more and more. So I've, for many years, probably since I got into condo ownership, I've always, for the most part, had renters in my space.
Well, it's about the only way to survive nowadays.
Yeah.
Right.
And it is it's nice to have your own space, but it's also nice to have those bills comfortably paid for the most part.
Well, and if you do it at the very beginning, you look back 10 years goes by and all of a sudden, you've put up with a little bit, but you've also gained a lot, right?
Yeah.
So
pros and cons there, but mostly a lot of pros.
Yeah.
So, then what came? So you got out of the oil field, and what happened to John then?
Well, that's actually when I started personal training.
Okay.
So then just, again, taking the passion of working out and health and exercise and giving that back to the community and teaching people how to do that and getting paid for it. So that was the new life for a few years.
Yeah, that
And
sounds
then
fantastic.
Along that time was when the gym opportunity had come up as well, and ran that for a little while, and that ended up not working out partner-wise, and so I just moved on from that. And
Then what?
trying to remember.
We need
so
to
many
plot out
things.
your timeline of your life a little bit, because you've been
There's been a lot.
adventurous in your pursuits, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
I couldn't even tell you actually right now.
Well, let's skip forward to why we're beside this garage door and where we're at now.
Wow, super clean.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How did you come to own a car wash detailing place out in Redcliffe?
Yeah, it never was bought as a car wash or auto detailing place. A friend of mine from high school, we thought it'd be a good idea to start an import business for importing cars. So that's how it all started. We thought that we would just sell cars. He was a journeyman licensed mechanic. He would fix the cars. I would buy the cars. We'd work together and have a perfect business and not have to work for anybody.
Right.
Yeah, and that worked for about a year and a half, and then the economy started going down a little bit, and markets were collapsing a little bit, and then COVID hit, and everything just started slowing down. So we had to put that on hold and focus on Super Clean, and just grow a Super Clean business, and kind of forget about what we wanted to do of selling cars and having the fun job.
Right.
So. 5 years later, here we are, and Super Clean's done good for itself. And I don't know, maybe in a year or two, we'll look back at getting into importing cars again. But for now, I've just gotten Super Clean up and running good, and still trying to expand and doing portable pressure washing now, and specialty work. Got into power polishing, and just got quite a few clients with that. It's a whole new world, right? So there's lots to always learn, right?
And the ceramic coatings is probably a big one too.
It is, yeah. A lot of people don't know about it, but I mean, protective coatings for the vehicle are pretty important. Clear coats are soft, and they're effective.
Yes, and for the investment on the front end, whether it's a new vehicle or a used vehicle, however old, like if you care about your vehicle and its longevity, it's probably a good investment. Even
if you're going at like entry-level ceramic, you can, $100, you can kind of get it on your vehicle as a, dipping your toes in the water. And you're going to get quite a few benefits out of that. You get an entire year's worth of protection. It's hydrophobic, so like washing your vehicle is going to be easier, which is going to save you money while you're car washing.
Right.
And if you come here, you'll probably save even more money on your car washing, because every loonie will get you an extra 17 seconds. So you're getting about 17% more on every wash here.
Right.
Yeah.
And what about windshield ceramic coating? Tell me about that.
A couple options for the windshields, ceramic coating being one. But if you're looking for a rock chip protection, like at its fullest, we do offer like a windshield protection film. So that's the way you'd want to go with that. And then you're good for 40,000 kilometers or approximately 3 years. And then that's a thick layer of, it's a see-through plastic polymer that goes on the windshield. So you won't notice it from the inside, but it'll still give you the protection on the outside. And with certain windshields, most vehicles these days are thousands of dollars for new windshields. It's a fraction of the cost to protect it in the first place and not have to deal with the rock chips later.
Right. So what if a rock does hit that kind of protective film? What happens?
So it'll take the impact, and then instead of spidering the window, it'll just have the impact within the film. So as long as you're not impacting that exact same spot over and over and over again, your film will continue to last you for years. And then after numerous years, if you have beat it up quite a bit from tailgating, following gravel roads, whatever it is, you can just peel it off and we can install another one and replace it.
Right.
And then you're keeping it 100% all the time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I had done just the base coating around my truck when I had got it a few years ago. I haven't done another one, but I saw the benefits of it.
Yeah.
And mine's a 2011.
Surprisingly almost, and I don't like to say it as if it's only worth it to do it with older vehicles, but the older the vehicle and the worse condition it is, the more effective, like as a change that you'll actually see. It's filling in the microscopic pores, so like with a glass-like surface. So
that's why my truck looks so nice.
Yeah.
I definitely need to come back for
a top up.
Yeah, for a redo on that one.
Yeah, we do run maintenance programs as well for yearly top-ups if you're interested in getting on board with that as well. So a little bit of discounts for loyalty return customer, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Any other services that you offer?
Well, I mean, just like the windshield protection film, we can do that protection film on the whole entire vehicle, as well as vinyl wrapping the whole entire vehicles and doing full color changes. So if you don't like the color of your car, you can change it.
Right.
Or, you know, if you just want to add pinstriping, you can do that. Decals, right? Application removal, stuff like that for maybe it's not personal, but for businesses, right? Putting business decaling on, right? So we'll do lots of that stuff. Things that people don't know that we do, like automatic car washing, where we personally wash the vehicle for you by hand.
Right.
And for probably the same price you would spend washing your own vehicle. So we charge $15 and we'll hand wash it for you. And then $5 additions after that. So, I mean, we'll have $5, we'll hand dry it. $5 will wipe out your rims and put tire shine on it, you know? So about $20, you can have the best clean you can have, and you don't have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So.
And headlights. Let's talk about headlights. I know it seems random, but like I've had a few vehicles that you've done some headlight restoration on. Yeah. And the difference.
Yeah, you can have a completely fogged over headlight and bring it back to life, and way cheaper than buying brand new lenses. Yeah. I think your typical lenses are a few $100s for a pair, or even singly, depending on the vehicle, or up to thousands if you got a brand new vehicle. Right. So yeah, for under $100, we'll have both of them cleaned up, looking like brand new, and protected with a ceramic coat on them as well. Yeah. So.
And I've seen you cleaning, detailing huge RVs.
Pretty much anything.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like with the portable pressure washing truck, like I put on there as the slogan, like you name it, we'll super clean it. So it doesn't matter what you got, we can clean it from tractors, trailers, buses, RVs. I mean, I haven't got into housing, but the exterior of houses will wash and pressure wash for you.
Sure, the driveways, the siding, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And what kind of radius do you work? Like if somebody calls you from, out by Oyen.
I mean, if travel is covered, I'll come to you, right? I don't have a problem with that. So, I mean, we've gone and done for Cypress County, gone out and done work for them. Sometimes they'll have a loader out of town and small towns and stuff, right, that they're looking after, and we'll go out there, Walsh, Irvin, lots of stuff like that. So well, that's it's cool. Not really limited. Yeah. Limited on the customer of how much they're willing to spend to get me there, I guess, right? So, but we'll do it.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. And how did did it come with the business, this Super Clean?
I did purchase it as Super Clean.
Yeah.
So the business name was incorporated at purchase. Yeah.
And you liked it enough to keep it and not mess with it.
Yeah, it was a name that worked for the car wash. And I mean, I think it's a smart name when you think about cleaning and literally super clean. Like, I mean, it's in the name, it's self-explanatory, right? So just do what we can to work towards keeping that name up and working at keeping everything super clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. So where do you find the most struggles barriers or areas for improvement, I suppose, where you'd like to see things flourish a little bit more?
Staff and team members.
Is that a tricky part of keeping people?
Well, just, yeah, I mean, and how much time is spent on a person, and then if they find somewhere else to go or it's not the right fit for them, right? You've sacrificed quite a bit of time and money on that, so it can be a little aggravating sometimes finding the right staff.
Right.
Currently, right now, I've got a great set of staff going on, but previous to that, looking for those proper employees that are willing to work and, you know,
and do a
wanting
good job
to do it,
too.
wanting to show up on a daily.
Yeah.
It's harder to find them, but when you do, right? I mean, you grab onto them and you treat them good and you give them as many perks as you can possibly give them, and hope that they stick with you, right?
Yeah.
So
how many employees or staff members would you have?
Typically, there's 3 of us, including myself.
Okay.
So
you and 2 others.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your vision for the future growth and potentially adding maybe more avenues of what you want to do or staff members, what does that look like?
Definitely need one more. I mean, the portable pressure washing can be a full-time job on its own. So, I mean, we could have one more person for that. That would be a full-time, like almost separate business from this business, if you will.
Right.
So have another person for that. And then we're pretty busy with power polishing as well. So, I mean, if we could have somebody to come into detailing that wants to detail so that we could bring up our detailer into power polish land. We've been training him in power polish land already, but to make the full transition, we need to have somebody coming in behind him to replace him.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a puzzle piece, I guess, but it's coming together and slowly being built. Yeah.
Yeah. And for expanding, doing anything different for the business, because it was just within the last couple of years you bought the truck to do the mobile pressure washing. Yeah.
And then about the same time, I guess, we're getting into vinyl wrapping, and that's when we had started that as well. So we've been doing that for a few years now, and this year I guess last year just switched, got into the PPF portion of it, not just the vinyl wraps. So constantly adding things all the time.
Yeah.
We did have a go at doing windshield film, like the tint.
Okay.
Didn't go so well.
No.
So that's when I just kind of was like, we've got enough services, it's not working out. And I knew I'm friends with another local guy that does the tint. So I ended up contacting him and just basically selling the tint to him at like a 50% discount just to not have it in stock. And, made a deal with him too, just so that he's not out of money. It took that as 50% cash and 50% trades. So then I've just got a couple of tint jobs that are on hand waiting, that whenever I need them, I can go back to him and get them used up. Right.
Right.
So yeah, always working with everyone.
Yeah. Got lots of pivoting to do and when you own your own business.
Yeah. And then being seasonal as well, it's sometimes a little slow in the winter. This winter being a bit better, I guess picked up another adventure.
Yeah, tell me about what else you've added to your repertoire.
Been keeping busy into health and fitness, and Fresh Eggs and More is another business that I'm helping out with. So we're a pickup location for basically fresh farm foods, all coming from local Hutterites within probably about an hour radius or less from us. From Acadia Valley to Elkwater to Jenner to, all the way around. So we've got fresh eggs, chicken, all sorts of ground beef, chicken wings, salamis, steaks, you name it.
Yeah.
We've got one guy for fresh pails of pure unpasteurized honey, one guy for potatoes and onions and garlic. So each one does something that's really their own specialty, and we just put a list together and have that all here for people to pick up. So
And that's most recent, like you just started that last year?
Yeah, that was about 6 months ago.
Okay.
So I had been purchasing eggs and meat from these guys for the last 2 to 3 years, though personally just for myself. So it was only until recently, about 6 months ago, that we decided to take it further and spread it for everybody and become a pickup location for them.
Yeah. And how's that gone?
It's good. It's good. Keeping everything busy. Yeah. All the lulls, there's people coming and going all the time. So, it's good to see new people. And I mean, it's good exposure all around because people need food and grocery store prices are going up. And I'm not saying that the quality isn't any good at the grocery store, but perhaps the quality is a little better when you're getting it directly from the farm and a little bit fresher, right? So
yeah, and I picked up some eggs from you a couple weeks ago, and you threw in an onion and garlic, and I was like, they were massive, and
just getting them all out there for people.
Yeah, a little taster here, and potatoes. I don't know if we mentioned the potatoes.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have options like we do. You're currently working out of the greenhouse capital of the prairies in Red Cliff.
And I did have a go at trying to compete and join them with doing greenhouse vegetables.
Yeah.
I was purchasing through a greenhouse a couple of years ago and doing vegetables, but a lot of them would go bad because there are so many other options out here for people to go to. And there's just, they only last a week or less if you're having them fresh. Whereas, if you're taking orders, you can order fresh orders in. And then also we have fresh deliveries every week because it's a product that people like consume way more of. So fresh eggs is, every Tuesday we get a fresh delivery.
Yeah.
And usually every week we're pretty much almost out of the eggs. And if not, I just take the old ones home and eat them myself. So it works out good. Yeah. I'm always fed.
Yeah, I like it. And the more we can have the nutritious, high quality is the word for
the key.
Our fueling our bodies, which are amazing machines that need to be fueled appropriately. So I like that adventure, and I think lots of people could benefit from.
Well, who doesn't eat food?
Right. And where do you want your food to come from? Another country, another, like, where's the best? It's locally grown and that's why I also like being in Red Cliff is, you can get your cucumbers, tomatoes, and that kind of peppers right down the street.
All of it,
all of them from the greenhouse. Now I can come to the car wash and not only wash my car, but also get some fresh food to supplement all that. So I like it. It's super complimentary.
You don't have to buy in bulk either, like Costco offers, right? And I know that's one thing that a lot of the guys that we deal with that are out of town workers, they'll go out of town for a couple of weeks. So they'll come on their week off and they'll stock up and they'll grab, 10 packs of chicken breasts and 10 packs of ground beef and a flat or two of eggs. And then they'll take it with them out of town. And then it's all individual Chirovac sealed and bagged up for you. So like, I know with Costco chicken, for example, you got a family size thing, you got to deal with the pack, and then you got to have the time that it takes to do that and the machine to vacuum seal it and all that. You don't have to deal with any of it. It's all done for you.
Yeah.
So like, that's one thing that the customers really like is the convenience. Well, obviously that and quality, but yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And do you imagine expanding that business at all into any other items or places?
Not sure at this point. It's new, but it's growing currently as it is, right? So we've got a couple people reaching out to us that are on the carnivore diet, and that's all they're doing. So they're ordering huge amounts of meat, and ground beef specifically is huge. So we've actually been having troubles keeping ground beef in stock because so many people want it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. So more or less, you just need a few more people to maybe know that it exists.
Can never hurt.
Yeah. And then you'll even be busier.
Yeah.
Which is nice for you and the Hutterite colonies in this community. Anything else you want to say on either business fronts?
Yeah, I don't know, just in general to give the idea of what Super Clean does. I mean, like even my staff and whatnot, like I buy them gym memberships too at the gym to try and encourage them to go. And with the personal training background, I give them free personal training as well, just to get them started and get them into a healthier lifestyle. So yeah, that's just the idea in general, is to tie the health into it all, because if you've got people that are healthy, happy, and full of energy, those are the people you want to be around. You don't want to be around someone that's, a bump on the log, right?
Right.
So.
Yeah. Well, that's beautiful and like so beneficial to yourself by helping.
Well, yeah, you help others, you help yourself.
Yeah.
So why not just help everybody? Help everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause a positive ripple effect and a feedback loop.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So how did you kind of get into the health and wellness? Like, was your family really into that kind of realms as you grew up?
No, but they did put me into sports, and that's probably what started it. Because I mean, if your body is adequate for sports, then you're healthy typically and in shape and taking care of yourself. So that's probably where it all started. And like in high school too, they had options at Hat High for sports performance. So as a kid, that was great. I can get credits and not have to do a school related subject and just work out. Yeah. Perfect. So, like that was an option for me, and that's what I did. So I learned how to work out in high school at a young age and got credits for it, and then started with that. And yeah, just being a foodie as well. I mean, I at one time was a fat kid, so I still have the same mentality and love food. Right. But if you can eat it in a healthy manner, then it's okay. Especially if you're going to the gym to work it all off. Right. So, and I can still have my fat kid mentality and continue on being happy. Yeah.
The scales will balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like fueling yourself with nutritious food that it can taste good, fuel your body, and again, allow you to live a more vibrant life, really.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. I think, I don't even know when my journey would have started, probably university or college days, when I really decided I was going to be a phys ed teacher. Right. And you have to take a bunch of different courses in those realms. So learning about calories and what they mean and how your body works to get, fuel itself and all the little components.
Yeah. So there's a lot to learn if you have no knowledge in the field, for sure. So yeah, no, I'm always educating people on that stuff and, lending out a hand when I can.
Yeah. Because the basic formula is calories in, calories out. You want the calories in to be less.
And not that I was going to do a plug for an app, but there is a free app that I always tell people about, MyFitnessPal. Right. And it tracks all the calories and stuff for you, and you don't have to pay for it. And it's got recorded foods and stuff that you can quick select already that people have added to it. So if you are starting out, I find that a pretty good one to start with if you're trying to figure out what calories are and what macronutrients are and all that good stuff.
Another one that I usually use is just portion control. Like, how much are you eating? So eat those things, whatever it is. Have that chocolate bar, have some chips, whatever. Yeah. But consider how much you are putting in. Because one thing I learned was, the more you restrict yourself and take away those things, the worse it's going to be for you. Yeah. And dieting is some of those.
That's why I like just having all the healthy foods available, because then you've got all the healthy foods. You got no excuse not to eat them. And they all taste good, especially when you do have fresh onions, fresh garlic, all the spices to put into it, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
Nice. And well balanced, have some protein, have some... you need carbs. Oh, whoever told you never needed
people
carbs.
That do a no carb diet drives me nuts. I thrive on carbs.
Well, that's how your brain fuels,
and your muscles
and your body. It's the
sugars.
It's huge amounts. Yeah, carbs equals sugars, but sugars aren't bad.
You need them in the right times.
Yes. Processed, refined sugars might be a different story, as we know. But yeah. So sports, nutrition, helping people become and strive for their best selves. Yeah. While also, taking care of people's vehicles, and it seems like an odd thing to say that that's helping people, but I know I love cleaning my car, and I love having a clean vehicle.
Yeah. And I mean, if you look good, feel good, you know, you're clean, you feel good, right? So same way, like, why do you shower? It makes you feel good.
Sure
Not
does.
only does it clean you, but it makes you feel good, right?
Yeah.
Like that cleanliness. So
Yeah.
it goes everywhere in every aspect of your life.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
So you're a helping Hatter, even though we're in Redcliffe, it all counts.
I mean, yeah,
We're pretty close.
still live in Medicine
You
Hat.
live in Medicine Hat, and it's
and
not
have
like-
my whole life.
Yeah.
Kind of half live out here now at the shop, but
That's fair.
no.
So the future is brightish. Things are going decent.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You're going to continue to do what you do and hope the people that want to have good service and food and all the things
Well,
come.
I try it all before myself, right? Like
Yeah.
I tried, like if you're just talking about the food aspect of it, and I mean it applies to everything with the business too, but try it out yourself first, and if you like it, then promote it, because it's easy to promote something you like because it's something you can be honest about, right?
Mhm.
Like I tried all of the different types of ribs from the Hutterites. I was actually disappointed with all of them except for one. So I don't even stock any of them. And, you know, like sometimes we'll have Korean ribs. Those are the only types of ribs that we liked. Any of the beef ribs I wasn't a fan of.
Right.
So, I mean, I let people know that because, you know, I'm not going to tell them, whoa, try it out just to make a sale. Like if I don't like it, well, maybe they don't like it.
Right.
I mean, not that I won't get it for you, but I'll let you know, right? Like most of the products that are in here, I've tried, and they're tried and tested, right? So,
Yeah, you vetted it out.
Yeah.
And you...
And like chemicals too. Like I've got all eco-friendly chemicals in here as well, because like we're health conscious. I want employees to be happy and full of energy and survive and last long time, right?
Yeah.
Be able to go to the gym, be able to have a happy lifestyle, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the first things I did when I bought the place, is swapped all the chemicals over to eco-friendly options.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, you got to think, we're washing vehicles every day in the wash bays. If that soap is going through a wand and being put into steam and then being put into the air, you're vaporizing that, and then you're breathing that in every day. So think about that when you're washing your car next time at a car wash that doesn't care about you.
Right. And let alone it going into the water supply.
That's another portion of it. Yeah.
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 It's a big deal.
Yeah.
So other items, questions you might have, anything else that comes to your mind?
We do our annual barbecue event.
Yes, yes.
So, I mean, that's a good one to attend if you haven't. Yeah, just giving away back to the community, and come wash your vehicle and have a free barbecue on us.
Does that go with the car show too?
We usually also, because of the car scene and us originally importing cars, we do have a community for the younger folks, and it's not just the younger folks, but I do say that because it gives them an outlet to go use their vehicles and be a part of something. But we do put a car cruise on afterwards and go cruise around town for a couple hours and just get out and socialize and do something different. So we'll do that once a year for sure. And then last year we actually added a new event.
Right. Some personalized car washing event.
Yes.
Which
so
brought in a few maybe new faces to you.
Yes. So that's also another thing to look out for.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be having that again this year, and maybe doing that earlier.
Right.
But always doing new things. And with that one as well, took zero profits on that and gave it all back to the staff that worked the project.
That's cool.
So it was.
So you'll do that again?
Yeah.
That event?
Yeah. It was a good time. Everyone had fun, and that's what it's about.
So for advertising and contacting and people knowing where you're at, can you tell me a little bit about that?
So mostly like online presence. Obviously we've got a website or two built, but social media aspect, I do some posting for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google. So try and hit most of the platforms. So if we are putting on events and stuff, we will post it on there and try and give you as much heads up and notice as possible that way.
Right.
Other than that, word of mouth is pretty strong for us as a local, smaller business. And that's probably our strongest avenue, really, because everybody trusts their best friend because obviously they have a relation with them. So, I mean, word of mouth is quite powerful, right? So, I mean,
yeah. I know I'm telling people about the eggs and everything else, and
you
just
do
like,
what you
here
can to please the customer and do a good job for them, and hope that that just spreads, right?
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job. I am very proud to call you a friend, and that I also thank you so much for being a part of the Helping Hatters
Oh, of course.
video podcast, even though you were kind of a presence in my life that I didn't think about until very recently to say, hey, maybe John's a good guy for this.
Yeah. No, that's I don't know. I think that's more like your true sign of a human that can be a friend. When it doesn't matter what amount of time has passed by, you can still reconnect with them just as if it wasn't. So
yeah. And to be able to help you showcase these amazing, again, some people might say unconventional in the car wash detail part of a helper, but it's, for me, it's huge.
Yeah,
I see it.
It's more than just a car wash, though, right? Because there are tons of car washes around, but I don't know if those owners are actually there working the car wash.
Right.
Probably not. And they're, typically probably just collecting money in a different city, or, just they're so high up that they're not involved anymore.
Right.
So, we keep involved and keep building and expanding and putting on new events for people.
Yeah.
So,
just play around, see what feels good, and also what the community wants. And I like that. And life is ever evolving, and business is a big place to, keep redefining and evolving yourself so that you can keep the original customers that have been loyal to you, as well as get in some new people as well. So you're awesome, and I appreciate you, and thank you for being a Helping Hatter and being on this. And I think that's it.
Thank you.
Great.
There's a place that I know, it's where all the sunshine goes, the brightest spot along the highway 1, a city where you always know someone. Hey, hey, where's it at? Hey, 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 Medicine Hat. Sitting on the treaty 7 and 4, a sunny spot with an open door, a running river with a few coolies, and the 88 Olympic teepee. Hey, hey, would you look at that? Hey, 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 Medicine Hat. Oh, its roots run deep, the stomping ground of community, a sunny city where you always matter. We call it Hatters, Helping Hatters, Medicine Hat. Hop in a hot air balloon, rise up, you'll enjoy the view. Don't forget Delta pottery, those bricks have history. Hey, hey, welcome back. Hey, 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 Medicine Hat. Oh, its roots run deep, the stomping ground of community, sunny city where you always matter. We call it Hatters, Helping Hatters, Medicine Hat.
Helping Hatters was created, hosted, and produced by Misty Zanger, and is a Mystified Productions podcast.